Greetings, everyone. Hope all of you are having an absolutely fantastic day. We're back again with more Gamedec. Couple of notes before we get into this playthrough. One, I forgot to mention at the beginning of the last video, I'm going to do these playthrough episodes a little bit differently than I do in Pathfinder. We're going to break up the 1 hour episodes so it instead be two 30-minute episodes released on the weekend. So I'll be releasing playthrough episodes for this game on Saturday and Sunday. It may not be consistent. Again, like I've stated before, Saturday and Sundays are kind of my days to do whatever it is that I want. So if I have time, I'll definitely release episodes, but I may not. Don't be breathing down my neck. But I find, of course, that a lot of people don't have time to watch a full 1 hour clip in one setting. And of course, YouTube really punishes you when you release these 1 hour videos and people are only able to watch a third of it. I feel a little uncomfortable with changing up the format for my Pathfinder videos. It's already been out for a month and a half, and I think people are used to those episodes dropping 1 hour at a time. But since we're starting up this new game, I feel like it's an opportunity to test out a different format. So I'll be splitting up the 1 hour episodes into basically two 30-minute episodes. And I definitely want feedback to see, what do you all prefer? Do you like the 30 minutes? Is it easier for you to consume the content? Or do you really prefer if I would just leave it combined and release it all at 1 hour at one time? Also, keep in mind that I am recording episode 1 and 2 back to back. So if you left a bunch of feedback on episode 1 saying I'm reading too many codexes, I'm making the game uninterested, or you really like how many codexes are being read, please keep that up. I haven't seen that yet, but your feedback will definitely be reflected in episode 3. I definitely want to make sure I'm going at a good pace and I'm keeping everything nice and entertaining for everyone. And with that, let's go ahead and dive in. I believe that I've finished everything that's in this room, so let's go ahead and check out our client. Solid doors protected me and my apartment. Or maybe they protected Warsaw City from me. Go to your client. Objective complete. Welcome, fan of Paradise Beach and other Blue Whales interactive games. Admit it, you've had a crush on many of our end peaks, and now you can give them life. Yes, BWI has developed a human creation technology. We can upgrade the AI of any character that you choose to the level of the human mind. And there's more. We can create a human psyche from the ground up according to your preferences. The person you created will have a personal Rendan, a unique mind, a personal IN, a college degree, and civil rights. Do you feel like a god now? You should. Creation is in your hands. Pygmalion Technology commercial. The director's office is behind that door. Mr. Haggis is expecting you. The codex is a popular tool for Gamedec. It stores all the important information that you gather during gameplay, clearly sorted. Left-click an icon at the edge of the screen or press U on your keyboard to open the codex. Okay, cool. We're going to leave that alone for now. I think we read enough codex in the first episode. Ooh, what's this? I noticed the gold frame as soon as I entered the room. Contemplate the painting. Infotainer, a painting of Jeffrey Haggis. The gold frame perfectly matched the highlights in his hair. The man in the portrait had a menacing look worthy of a Mongol warlord. No doubt Celeste Paxi had painted it. She painted as they did in the 20th century. She had great marketing and an eye for detail. No wonder many CEOs or directors hired her. Inspect the frame. It looked like gold, but I wasn't certain. It was easy enough to check. Scratch it. I took out my badge and used it to scratch the smooth surface. A deep groove appeared. Gold. Leave. I didn't have time for artistic contemplation. The computer on the desk was not secured. The empty workspace exuded corporate solitude. The nameplate on the desk read, Junior Customer Support Specialist, Idris Akari, Infotainer, assess the chair. An ergonomic chair adapted to the size and measurements of its users. It was configured by someone small, most likely a woman. Look at the monitors. The screensaver slideshow alternated between landscapes beyond the ABBs and the towers of Warsaw City. Breaking the sequence, an image of two women embracing appeared on one of the monitors. One of them had blue hair. Log in. I barely touched the screen and gained access to the desktop. It wasn't locked. There was an open BWI presentation and an unfinished hand of solitaire. Browsed the presentation. I saw 3D blue whales flying through the clouds, the company's logo. The animated slides presented the financial results for the last quarter. I copied the presentation to take a look at later. Finished the hand of solitaire. I couldn't just leave a game unfinished like that, so I started arranging the cards on the screen. I finished. It wasn't too bad a score. Leave. There was nothing more to see here. Okay. Nice office. There's a person sitting over here, but I can't click on him. The man took a deep breath and let the air out through his nose with a loud wheeze. Uh-oh. Icons and tags that appear in dialogue branches indicate they have been unlocked by your previous decisions. Other players might never see them. There are several ways to unlock a certain path. It can be your previous actions, obtained information, or a relationship you have built with another character. A path can also be unlocked by your low city or high city background, your profession, or deduction you have previously carried out. Interesting. Past choices. His gaze bored to me like he was trying to break me. Fuck. How long do you expect me to wait? Take initiative. Apologize for being late. This guy doesn't care about my apologies. Introduce yourself. He already knows who I am. Discuss the job. So take initiative or discuss the job. I like the sound of take initiative. Mr. Haggis, I'm a Gamedec and... Yes, I know. Wonderful. Something's wrong with my son. He's not getting off the couch and... Well, you'll see for yourself. It's been over 4 days. He entered some game with his friend, Timmy. I've tried talking to Timmy, but he's clammed up. His condition makes me worry even more. My son is on the couch in the next room. Let's go there now. Interesting, okay. Ooh, I love the look of this game. Here he is. Find out what's going on with him and how he can be helped. Haggis' son was wearing an expensive brand name suit and a state-of-the-art helmet covered part of his face. The couch's side panel warned that he'd exceeded the online time limit. I couldn't help noticing the genital area of his gaming suit was bulging. Examine the suit. The suit was equipped with advanced anti-bed sore software. It resembled the skin of a slithering snake. Infotainer, check the brand. The suit was the same brand as the couch, Royal Matte, top of the line. Blue Whales Interactive didn't own it though. I ran my fingers over the suit's surface. The synthetic fibers emitted more heat in the places where they needed to work harder. Look at the helmet. I leaned over to get a better look. Check the screen. The visor screen had no info on Fredo's virtual location, an intentional safeguard. The helmet didn't have an observer port either. There was no way to see what he was playing. Full discretion. Haggis muttered a bunch of curses. Hurry up. Oh, interesting. Examine Fredo. Touch his hand. I took his hand. It was trembling slightly, but had a normal temperature. That happens in games that generate lots of adrenaline. His fingertips were covered in sweat. No, not sweat. I rubbed the sticky substance between my fingers and sniffed. Berries and chewing gum. Check the couch. The Royal Mat, discretion and comfort. Couch reeked of luxury and unattainability. The system masked the player's login information. Enough sniffing around. Tell me what's going on with my son. Calm him down and present your conclusions. Mr. Haggis, this is a tense situation, so we need to keep our composure. According to my initial observations, he's been logged in for over 4 days, but there are no signs of adverse effects from the session. This is some excellent equipment. Doing a hard extraction by taking the helmet off is a huge risk, and logging out remotely, it's impossible, I know. Like it is in most systems. Can you at least tell me where he's logged into? The virtual data is masked by the helmet's discretion system. Gamedec equipment won't be any help here either. I need to find out which game Fredo logged into and then take appropriate steps. I understand. Fredo entered with his friend, Timmy, a spineless pushover. He's in my office. Maybe you know something. But hurry. He'll be picked up soon. Deduction. Sometimes you will gain information directly pertaining to your deduction process. Left-click the deduction icon or press Y on your keyboard to see it. Okay. He looked at me, then at his son, and sighed. All right, get to work. Interesting. What is this about? No, this is professions. All right, I got one of those. It's fine. Deduction. Whoa. No data. Job from Haggis. No data. No data. No data. No data. I don't know what I'm looking at, but it's interesting. So, okay. All right. Talk to Timmy first, apparently. He's going to have to leave soon. That's fine. Some dialogues require more effort. The blue bar above the dialogue window represents the emotional state of the person you are speaking to. Your choices influence that state. Try to find out how. When the conversation bar reaches the lock, additional information or dialogue options will be unlocked. Hover over the lock to learn more. Whoa, this is interesting. The kid looked around with terror in his eyes. When I approached him, he trembled. Are you going to question me? Calm down. We're just going to talk. Questioning is best left to the police. I'm here to help Mr. Haggis' son, so let's just talk, all right? Okay, I want to help too. He nodded vigorously. Arrow went to the right. So if I make him comfortable, it's going to go in that direction, right? I assume uncomfortable or pushing him more is going to go to the left. More locks to the left. Maybe I should push him more. Okay. Tell me what happened. It was Fredo's 16th birthday, and we were inside an adult game. He turned red and stared intently at his shoes. Well, what do you want to know? Ask about Fredo. Your friend. Get him to talk about Fredo. Tell me something about Fredo. Anything you want. He's my buddy. Same school. Once this kid Alex called me names, so Fredo flushed his walk-tail down the toilet. He smiled at the memory. Then he altered the hollow photos in the school gallery to give Alex a pig snout that oozed this disgusting mucus. Fredo's brilliant. Okay, I believe you want to help. It was for Fredo's birthday. Did I mention that? So we laundered to Paradise Beach. It's a place where adults get together there. You can read all about it in the description. He turned red like my grandma's geraniums. Ask about Fredo. Your friend. Ask about Fredo's relationship with his father. How were things between Fredo and his father? Do they like each other or not? Oof, I should have known. Old man Haggis is paying you. No matter what I say, you'll agree with him. The truth has a way of siding with money. He grunted and pursed his lips. What else do you want to know? He sounded like a player with a slow connection. Either he was deeply stressed or something was wrong with his nervous system. Ask about Fredo. Ask about enemies. Has anyone been threatening Fredo? Did he have any enemies? No way. Everyone likes him, admires him. He's the best in graphics and has awesome skins and fast fury scores. He bought the best 15K speeder and listen to the story. I was amazed as Timmy recounted Fredo's achievements. The kid burned through money, offending anyone in his way, yet was always able to avoid any consequences. Timmy seemed to revel in his friend's insolence. He obviously believed that arrogance and poor manners were cool. I believe you. Really, I do. And I want to help. It's just that I can't quite remember. I don't know what actually happened. He had trouble putting sentences together and remembering events. It wasn't just shock. Something had really disturbed his nervous system. Your nervous system is overloaded, but it will regenerate. It will pass. Breathe. Talk about Timmy. Let's focus on you, Timmy. What games does he like? What games do you like, Timmy? Whatever Fredo plays. Space sims like Dream Space or Dying Stars, shooters too. Crying Guns is our favorite. He loosened up. He liked to talk about games. He seemed to be gaining courage. What do you need to do to become a Gamedec? Tell him he's got a shot at it. So you want to be a Gamedec, Timmy? I'm sure you could handle it. He smiled with disbelief. You seem all right. I'll tell you what Fredo looks like in the game. He bought us both skins, and mine was almost as cool as his. Old man Haggis doesn't know. We used an ancient and covered our tracks so no one would find out we were going into an adults-only world. Interesting. Okay. So that must be the secret I just unlocked, right? All right, but there's one other secret. Ask about Virtualum. Tell me, Timmy. Ask how many worlds they played in. You celebrated Fredo's birthday in just one Virtualum? Yeah, but we did some pre-gaming here first. We kind of overdid it. Fredo had trouble putting on his suit. He realized that he had said too much and stopped. Show understanding. I know how things are, Timmy. When I was your age, I also went to parties and drank booze. Booze is for older or the poor. Fredo and I have better stuff. Sorry, he laughed. But the girl Fredo bought had booze. She said that it was included. He was no longer terrified and just waited for the next question. Ask about Virtualum. Ask what they were doing in the Virtualum. Wait, no. Ask about Paradise Beach. Why did you choose Paradise Beach? Well, to have some fun. Infotainer, lead them on. There's sensual wrestling to the west of the main entrance. You could partake in some erotic wrestling there. Did you see it? Yeah, I won. I won 3 times. There was no such thing in Paradise Beach. The kid was lying. We didn't know, 'cause we always buy the most expensive tech and win. He was slowly opening up to me. And everyone envies us. No risk, you know. This was supposed to be like that. You know it is, don't you? Confirm. Sure, everyone likes to show off now and then. He nodded vigorously. I think he liked me. Ask about Virtualum. Ask what they were doing in the Virtualum. What were you doing inside the game? Well, what you normally do in an adult game. Infotainer. Try flattery. You guys probably turned all the girls' heads, eh? Girls like you. Admit it. They love such soft features. Come on, what were you doing? He straightened and tried to puff out his chest. There were these cool end peaks. I trust you. I'll tell you the truth. Just don't tell Mr. Haggis. We went into twisted and perverted. A world where people, hurt each other for pleasure. It's horrible. And Fredo, he's still in there. Please, find him. Hurry. Thank you, Timmy. You've been a great help. Well. Fascinating. Okay. Part of the floor stood out from the rest. There was no chance of a flaw in the design, not in a building like this. Take a closer look. It looked like a hatch. It had to be the sound-activated safe that Haggis had installed. No, I'm not going to try to open that. Leave. I returned to the investigation. I need to be confident that I at least have some idea of how I'm supposed to open this before I give it a whirl. The animal looked as if it was frozen in time. Take a closer look. Submerged in a transparent resin substance, the panda seemed alive. I noticed a panel with a single red button at the base of the display. How loud is this knock going to be? Knock on the glass. I knocked softly. Good. It felt like the animal glanced at me. Press the button. The hidden Oh, that is creepy. The hidden anti-G mechanism buzzed as it moved the polymer resin blocks apart. If the bear could talk, I was sure he'd have some interesting stories to share. Take a closer look. The split blocks revealed the creature's intestines. There was still some digested food left. It seemed like the organs moved slightly in a barely visible contraction. Or maybe it was just the light. Press the button. A familiar sound filled the room as the blocks came back together. What is that? The floor was sticky in that spot. Take a closer look. The stain was light blue. Sniff. Berries and chewing gum, a barely noticeable trace of liquor. It was Blue Mistress, champagne often mistaken for something more expensive. Haggis didn't seem like a fan of such drinks. Taste it. I ran my finger across the stain and brought my fingertips to my tongue. Sour. The ethanol was long gone. I caught Timmy's surprised look. He cleared his throat and looked away. Comment. I was running an investigation. All details mattered. Leave. Interesting. Infolia files, all open to the BWI homepage. Infotainer, information about me. I searched for information about myself. After all, I had once done a recording about artificial intelligence. Not a word. Read. The article was about Pygmalion, the flagship BWI product. It allowed you to create living human psyches. I copied the recs to the codex. I get back to it when I have more time. Leave. A stream of stock market quotations appeared on the screen. The hardware was high-end, like everything else in these rooms. System access was blocked, but I was convinced I could log on if I tried. This had to be the hardware that was monitoring Fredo's couch. Enter password. None of those look correct. Nope, give up. It wasn't a good time for guessing games. Agreed. Leave. All right. Maybe something else in here has the password. Why is he walking backwards? Oh, play the harp? Yeesh, that seems dicey. Stop walking backwards, dude. Turn around. Let's try it. Ooh, okay. A harp. For ages, the instrument has attracted both artists and common mortals. Examine the harp. Made of authentic exotic wood, richly encrusted with ivory, the pedals were probably gold-plated. Expensive stuff. I remember that Haggis had ordered a musically open safe. It made me wonder whether the sounds of this harp. No, I didn't believe we would install such a dumb system. Infotainer, play. I knew the instrument. I looked within for inspiration, closed my eyes, and surrendered to the moment. I touched the strings and the music started to flow. I wanted to express something important. Something about a person who didn't understand their fate because they didn't know the future. Chapeau bas! Man, that sent chills right through me. What was that? I'd never have expected such talent from a Gamedec. Modest. Nothing much, just some improvisation in the moment. Thank you. The sound of the harp cools my thoughts and calms me down. It's better than a CC pill, if you know what I mean. All right, get back to work. All right, we're going to do another save because I actually want to go ahead and open that safe. All right. Activate the hidden safe. I found a list of songs for automatic playback under the movable ivory ornament. I picked change name, open safe. Thanks, Haggis. A cover of Lost Love filled the room, a hit from the previous decade. I didn't hear the click of the lock opening, but I imagined there was one. It was time to loot. There was a safe. There was an open safe under the floor. Check contents. I needed to check for leads inside. Inspect the box with blue pills. Plenty of game pill packages, NLSD, CC, stay on target, even an L pill. Not illegal, but what would he be doing with an L pill? Inspect the tree figurine. The figurine resembled the tree decorating the office floor. A gold plate with the words Aximundi were engraved on its stand. Check the documents. Inside the leather briefcase, I found a whole lot of photos of a young man holding an attractive woman in what looked like a loving embrace. A closer look at her face and body language made it clear that she wanted to get away. The young man was definitely Fredo. Then I realized the woman looked like one of the girls I had seen on the secretary's computer. There was an infolio file attached to the hollow photos. I checked it out. It seemed Haggis was being blackmailed. I returned to the investigation. That's interesting. Any new passwords? Uh-oh. Give up. Leave. I sincerely apologize. I was told to take the boy, Timmy, home. The new mobile is waiting. The kid nodded. Thank you. I hope you can help Fredo. Bye, Timmy. Hang tough. Excellent. Maybe I should have let them leave. Maybe I should have let them leave first before I tasted the alcohol. Something to consider if I do a second playthrough. Okay. Computer. Enter password. Enter Access Monday. Access Monday. Access granted. Well. Hi, honey bunny. What can I do for? She cut short mid-sentence and took a good look at me. Diginet Eleonora. Oh, you're not Honey Bunny. Did something happen? Is he all right? I mean, is Jeffrey all right? Excuse me, I haven't talked to other people in years, so is he okay? Calm her down. Nothing happened. I just need access to the computer. Oh, yes, let me give you the tour. I have access to emails, reports, bills, and some other systems. What would you like to see? Ask about her. I want to get to know you better. She smiled and shyly lowered her head. Ask what she is. You're not just a regular program, are you? Oh, no, I'm a Diginet. I figured that you were a digital person. I guess you were probably made by Haggis's people. Ask about our access. I wonder, can you go outside the Eternal Building Network? Have you ever left this office? No, but I'm safe here. I have everything I need in my virtual apartment. I mean, sometimes the people I watch talk about different virtual, and it does cross my mind that it might be nice to see them. But only when I'm extra bored, I swear. I'd never leave my honey bunny. Don't tell him, okay? Ask about Haggis's wife. Did you know that you look like and have the same name as Haggis's rustic wife? Yes, Honey Bunny, Jeffrey, created me based on her personality from years ago when he was still developing the technology. But I don't think we're the same person. I've never met her, but I sometimes watch her through the cameras. Ask about the cameras. You watch her through the cameras? Yes, I have access to the security center. Sometimes when I'm bored, I check to see what's going on. Say that's enough. That's enough for now. Ask for access to the couch control panel. I want to access the couch control panel. Logins. Couch 1, user logged in, Fredo. Couch 2, most recent user logged in, Timmy. Couch 3, most recent user logged in, Guest. 2, ask to see player monitoring. Show me Fredo's monitoring. Do you know where he's logged in? I'm afraid that data is encrypted. Honey Buddy made it so, but I can connect to the boy and describe what he's feeling right now. Have her describe it. All right, do it. I'm making the connection. I can't say I like the kid's thoughts. Ask about her thought perception. You can see his thoughts? How? No, I feel them, taste them. It's hard to describe. I feel various sensations and emotions, but not necessarily the same way he does. It's hard to explain how I receive them. Synesthesia? I think that's what it's called. Write that down. Oh, it's getting hot. He's very excited, far beyond the limits of red ecstasy. Have her describe the ecstasy. Focus on the ecstasy. Describe it. Oh, yes, crimson. I love that color. Oh, all that red. Have her continue. Don't stop. Amaranth, scarlet, crimson. Ah! Oh, oh, oh. Ah, honey bunny. Programming error. Have a nice day. Blue Whales Interactive. Never alone. Oh, what the hell? If I had known it was going to cut out like that. Something tells me I didn't get what was important from that conversation, but oh well, nothing's perfect. Okay. Now we know all that. Let's see. So we got her. So she's got to be the guide, right? Then this is the chair Timmy was in. Did we already search the room? No, we did not. So there's some stuff going on here. Oh, and stuff going on with his clothes. And then the chair. Okay, let's go with these clothes first. What's up with that? The civilian clothing was hanging in the closet. It's good to take it off and change it to a suit before going online. Infotainer, assess the clothes. It was the newest Charles Muggler line. Must have been the envy of his friends. After a moment, I was able to find a secret pocket with a bag of drugs. Check the pants. An Omnic. That slag kid had put it in his belt buckle. The device wasn't secured. I checked received and saw that the discussion about playing together had been ongoing for some time. Timmy needed time before agreeing to Fredo's idea. It was clear the boy didn't like to be pressured. I decided to take a better look at the kid and his equipment. Examine Fredo. Examine his face. I leaned over and looked under the helmet's visor. There weren't any signs of an extended online stay. Expensive supplements did the trick. I noticed a healing bruise on his jaw under his ear. There was some discoloration, the signs of scar stop overuse. I had no idea what could have caused them. Check if he's faking. I grabbed his shoulders and shook him a few times. No muscle tension. He wasn't faking. The quiet sound of the suit's massaging devices grew louder as the supporters brought his body back to the optimal position. Other actions. Check the couch's panel. The small screen displayed Fredo's vital signs, pulse, muscle tension, and brain activity. Despite the high-end hardware, the kid was sweating and using a lot more neutral fluid than he should have been. His body was exhausted. Look at the helmet. I leaned over to get a better look. Check the helmet number. To get a look at the number, I had to lift the boy's head, raise Fredo's head. I gently lifted his head and tried to turn it a little. Fredo moaned. Careful, you're hurting him. Explain. I know what I'm doing. He'll be fine. Do you think I'm blind? You're hurting him. Leave him the fuck alone or I'll throw you out myself. Give up. It was best to leave him alone. Other actions. Examine Fredo. Other actions. Leave. Okay. A Royal Met couch in full working order. The latest model, obviously. Oh, I could enter this. Okay. Let's go to search. The casing was slightly loose. Inspect carefully. The side panel was loose. Someone forgot to tighten the screws. Remove the panel. I tried to loosen the screw, but it wouldn't budge. Pull. I lifted the panel up with my fingers and pulled it as soon as I could get a good grip. The polymer screeched so loudly that I shuddered. What the fuck are you doing over there, Gamedec? Try to explain. I'm looking for clues. What clues? Where? That cost $1.5 million credits, so I'm fucking warning you. Watch what you're doing. Don't respond. Leave. I need to get back to the investigation.